There's a donation link in the description of this video, and you can join me on Patreon. Thanks for all the support I can get. Thanks for the likes and the thumbs up.
This has got something going for it. When I found an alligator snapping turtle shell back here, I was like, okay, what's going on back here? So we're also talking about how this soil got to be as healthy as it is. All of that breakdown of those leaves and everything being underwater created a silt that is staining. It is so fine and particulate. So the organic matter has been broken down to where basically it's plant food. And if anybody goes home and tries to wash your hands after working here today, you're not going to get your fingernails clean very easily because of the silt that is in this soil. That is one of the reasons that it is healthy as it is, and these plants do as well as they do. So there was one stand of bananas over there by the fence, and it had fruit on it when I first found it. So I was like, okay, bananas can grow back here. Let's find 40 more varieties. So that's about what I have, between 40 and 45. I've probably lost a few. But I just started sticking them in the ground and mulching them. And this was all camphor trees. So that's camphor tree right there. It's in the cinnamon family. It's very medicinal. If anybody's ever had camphofenique or Vicks Vapor Rub or whatever, that's the medicinal component. Opens up your airways, burns a little bit, but it's very, very medicinal. And most people consider it a trash tree, invasive. Every seed, and you can see right now it's covered in tiny little berries. They are all viable. So it does spread very readily, and it becomes a problem if you let it. But it's got great smelling wood. It burns really, really well. It's like pine. You don't want to breathe the smoke, but if you have it in a container, like in my wood-fired oven, it burns super hot and clean because of the oils that are in it. People also say that you can't grow anything else underneath them because they're allelopathic, which means that they exude a chemical in the root zone that reduces the viability of other plants. I don't find that to be the case. I grow all kinds of stuff underneath those trees, but there were 5 or 6 huge ones, 3 times bigger than that one back here. We had them cut up. I used them to line the beds 10 years ago. They are gone. You do not see those logs anymore. They have become soil. So everything I lay on the ground back here becomes soil in about a year. You can't really keep it. The wetter it is, the more activity, biologically speaking, that it has going on in it, the faster it breaks down. So, you know, there's constant inputs going into this, especially because I have plants or fruit and plants coming out of the system. You have to put something back in, or you're going to deplete the soil and your productivity is going to go down over the years. But that's why we do permaculture. We chop and drop. We grow our fertility. So you guys see on the back of my tractor, I've got that chipper shredder. So everything goes through that, and it just turns right into mulch, and then a year later, that's dirt, you know, that's soil. So I did that because I'm working by myself, and I want this thing, you know, to happen faster, because you see what happens with biomass accumulation that I don't break down. It ends up being 12-foot tall piles of stuff that I have to do something else with. So running it through the machine, having a chipper shredder, I highly recommend. If you have a tractor, getting a chipper shredder attachment, because you're not going to have another engine that you have to take care of. You're already going to maintain your tractor engine, and it's a tractor engine. It is a lot bigger than the motor you're going to get on a chipper shredder, and it's not going to get worn out nearly as fast. You got a lot of horsepower behind it, and you're not powering it as much as that tractor is capable of, so you're not going to wear it out nearly as fast as if you buy a little home pull around behind you kind of a chipper shredder. So I highly recommend that, and it just makes all kinds of work so much easier. But yeah, if anybody wants a plant or banana after the tour, we'll do a dig, and you can take some bananas home with you, plants, and there is fruit to be harvested as well. And then yeah, we'll just keep on going.